Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 2 here taking place on Ancient, I believe this is Ancient Isle. We see Th000 once again spawning as the red human. Meanwhile, we have Zhouxixi spawning as the blue night elf. Game 2 in this series, we'll see whether or not Zhouxixi will be able to even things up to force a game 3, or will Th000 be able to come out over his opponent 2-0. Opening things up, you see a barracks first on the map. And this is interesting as it definitely means we are going to be going into a Tavern Hero. Tavern Hero coming in from Th000. You can see that the footman already being trained. There is that Altar of Kings being positioned in a rather not so traditional spot. Normally you would expect the Altar of Kings right over there to try and complete the wall in. Meanwhile, your opponent is going to be opening up with the Demon Hunter this time around. And I really am curious as to what Th000's strategy is. Normally, you do not go a Tavern Hero against a Demon Hunter or against a Night Elf because of the possibility of a Demon Hunter, since Tavern Heroes are so mana intensive. Now, with all of that said, that's exactly what's unfolding here as Zhouxixi gonna get to the 2-minute mark. I believe the tavern opens up at the 2-minute 10 or 2-minute 15 second mark, and we'll finally see what hero will be hired. Alright, Ancient of War now going to go ahead and go after this Ogre Warrior, Ogre Magi Creep Camp 533. Footman down over here getting in some easy shots onto that Archer. Archer taking a fair bit of damage as the Archer is now down to 151 hit points due to the fact of that footman. All right, let's take a look. Ancient of War absorbing a whole bunch of damage. Demon Hunter doesn't get the experience off of that initial kill, as the Ancient of War was the one that got the damage. And interestingly enough, we are going to be going into a Naga Sea Witch first. Naga Sea Witch first with Militia, and this is early pressure already as the Scout Tower is coming down. Ancient of War now being built down over here. Naga Sea Witch, what is going to be happening? There is some cold arrows as the Demon Hunter is attempting to take down this one poor peasant who is already in position. All right, Footman going to try and come back in and surround. You can see that the Militia still need a bit of time to go ahead and turn back into peasants. There you go. And now they are constructing even more towers. All right, that second Ancient, that Ancient of War that was not training up archers, but instead tanking damage, now rooting itself to try and train up more archers to deal damage. You can see an Arcane Tower is right there. There is another Ancient of War coming off over here. So multiple Ancient of Wars trying to be constructed as the Footmen and Naga Sea Witch are battling it out. Footmen, Archers, Naga Sea Witch, Demon Hunter, and the Scout Tower is now done. Are we going to perhaps see another Arcane Tower, or are we going to be looking at a Guard Tower? That's going to be important to note as the Archers are coming in all together. Ancient of War already on the slow walk over as the Demon Hunter is taking a lot of damage, but we are in Nightfall. This is important to note that we are at Nightfall because the Archers do regenerate hit points at this point in time, because it is Nightfall and they regenerate it at a much faster rate than the Footmen. All right, there is the Shadow Meld onto some of those units there. Ancient of War off to the north here. Demon Hunter is up front getting just absolutely slowed down as the Arcane Tower now in play. The Archers were not able to get enough damage to really make a big difference as the Footmen somehow survive the Archer somehow survives as we are now once again launching another series of attacks. All right, this one Arcane Tower looks like it will get taken out without a problem, and the Naga Sea Witch opening by Th000, it looks like it will be easily handled as the Demon Hunter pushes back the rest of these peasants. Naga Sea Witch may be picking up Boots of Speed and picks up a Dust of Appearance as well. That Naga Sea Witch really able to slither off now as you are going to be heading in over here. Meanwhile, Archers, Ancient of War, there are dual Ancient of Wars, 3 Ancients of War, as the Ancient of War should be able to finish off this Ogre Magi Creep Camp easily now. All right, that Ancient of War needs to get in position in order to tank some damage. It looks like, yes, the Demon Hunter now making its way over as well, as we do see a Scout Farm down over here. All right, Ogre Magi, Demon Hunter rushing on in to take down this Creep Camp. Going to be able to do so rather easily, but you see a very heavy investment in Ancient of Wars. That is not what Zhouxixi really wanted to do. Going triple Ancient of Wars is not going to really do much of anything, as he may try to mass up a whole bunch of archers to win the next fight. However, with the sheer number of footmen on the field, that is not going to be looking very strong, as we now see Dust of Appearance being used here. Archer after Archer has fallen, as Immolation was teched by Zhouxixi. Immolation being used in order to really handle all of those early footmen, as there is no Panda this time around. Naga Sea Witch at level 1. And if it was any other player besides Th000, I would say that that the human player is behind. But so far, with the triple Ancients of War and now going into Huntresses, this may be the strategy change that Zhouxixi was looking for. All right, footmen now looking to charge in. We are teching to keep already. And I say already, but even though it is a bit late, 6 minutes and 10 seconds into this game, as the Huntresses are now getting in some easy damage. Footmen now trying to get a good surround onto the Huntress. Not going to be able to work, though, as Immolation now being used. Demon Hunter, however, without Boots of Speed, not going to be able to catch up and deal that much damage, as the Immolation should be turned off at this point. Naga Sea Witch taking a lot of damage here. Demon Hunter really unable to catch up to the rest of the units, and the Demon Hunter actually turns off the Immolation as he gets close to those footmen. Not exactly sure why, as the Huntress now is going to be playing a little bit game of cat and mouse with those footmen. The footmen getting paths, and I believe this is going to be the end of that. Poor footman now taken down. All right, Militia now back off over here. You can see that the Naga Sea Witch needs to get healed back up. No potion of healing yet. There is one guard tower in position, as the Ancient Protectors and the tower attempt is now on the other foot. All right, it looks as though Th000 is going to be forced to try and defend against the tower attempt. Demon Hunter still does not have Boots of Speed, so he does not have a very good time chasing against all of those footmen here, as the Huntresses now need to back off. All right, Blacksmith. If we see Riflemen being trained, that is just going to be a really bad day, as the Riflemen are going to counter those Huntresses extremely well. Demon Hunter is up in the front. You can see that the glaive is bouncing onto some of those peasants, as the peasants are now taking damage. Not quite sure why defend is on all of those footmen. Riflemen are being trained now, but defend with only 2 archers is just making very slow, easy targets. Huntress able to escape at 4 hit points, and this is looking like a crazy battle for Zhouxixi. Another Huntress now going to be backing off here, as the Naga Sea Witch is somehow holding off this army, as the Riflemen are now getting queued up. All right, all of those Riflemen will be able to focus down these Huntresses, and what looked like a very good opening defense is now going to be a little bit of a shoe is on the other foot, so to speak, as all of a sudden the Demon Hunter, because he couldn't take down a lot of those early footmen, couldn't get to level 3, and it once again puts him behind. Zhouxixi does have a lot of gold at this point, though, and with Huntresses in position, this could turn out to be fairly well if he can actually make some sort of play. All right, Demon Hunter now making his way back off to the north, sitting at level 2. Not going to get to level 3 here. There is a Ring of Regeneration, so the Demon Hunter is going to be even more difficult to take out if he does pick up the item. Yes, does get to level 3. Wow, 4 enough of experience. I was off. Oh well, let's go ahead and take a look. Huntress is now making his way back off to the north. Demon Hunter now just shooing himself around the corner. Is he going to be able to do anything here? Perhaps take down this particular creep, or take down this camp. Down over here, Naga Sea Witch is going to go ahead and try and put pressure, and the base is completely wide open. Wisp are now trying to run back. Demon Hunter perhaps going to use a Scroll of Town Portal to head back home. That would actually be extremely successful, trying to Scroll of Town Portal right here, as all of a sudden only one Rifleman is not going to be enough to really focus down all of those Huntresses. Naga Sea Witch is in position. Here you go. Huntress is now leading the charge, as Moonwell after Moonwell has started to fall. All right, Huntresses are in position, and this is a bad spot for Th000. What is Th000 really thinking here, as it looks like Zhouxixi does have the supply advantage. All right, a low hit point Huntress is now running back. Scroll of Town Portal finally being used. That should have been used long ago, as there you have it. Zhouxixi easily defends that, but without an Ancient of Wonders, he has no way to easily heal up all of those Huntresses that are currently low on hit points. Archmage now out on the field. Naga Sea Witch at level 1, Archmage at level 1, and the army is now heading their way down over here to the 9 o'clock location, that expansion location. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter is down over here as well. not knowing how close they are creeping next to each other. All right, Demon Hunter now going to go ahead and try to engage down over here. What is happening? Pulling that creep camp all the way back. And let's see what's going to be happening here. All right, that Troll Berserker just dealing way too much damage. And it really looked like Zhouxixi just wasted time there. Not quite sure why he was running around in a circle. That was not a good use of time at all. And with that, this is going to give a bit of an advantage to the Archmage. Archmage now needs to get to level 2, has a potion of replenishment already. You can see Demon Hunter is there. Meanwhile, Panda was picked up as well, as the Panda is going to be the strong secondary hero that we were looking for to try and counteract all of these priest, riflemen, and footmen. Meanwhile, down over here, Naga Sea Witch, Archmage, Water Elementals doing a little bit of scouting, trying to figure out where the opponent is, as we see the Demon Hunter taking a bit of damage. Demon Hunter perhaps could have just bought Boots of Speed and really cleared out all of these units with Evasion and Ring of Regeneration. Could have dealt a lot of damage here. Panda now caught in a really bad spot. It looks like the Panda's going to fall at level 1. There it goes, falling at level 1. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter just not fast enough to get to the party. Water Elementals now shutting down Huntresses. And what looked like an absolute great fight for Zhouxixi is unraveling faster than a piece of string. All right, Archmage down to 29 hit points, unable to get finished off there. Down to 25 as the footmen are now continuing this chase here. Demon Hunter still looking extremely strong, trying to chase after some units. And it looks like another archer is going to fall as the Demon Hunter still unable to catch up to the Archmage, even though the Archmage doesn't have Boots of Speed. All right, this is looking like a one-sided fight here. Zhouxixi just perhaps wondering what exactly happened. Scroll of Healing, healing up so much damage instantaneously. That was a beautiful Scroll of Healing in order to let that Naga Sea Witch escape as well. Talk about a thin razor, tightrope wire that Tho was walking on there to get ahead once more. Demon Hunter now running all the way back, and the Naga Sea Witch is going to use this opportunity to get to level 3 alongside the Archmage. Archmage, level 3, Naga Sea Witch, wow, just a little bit too far away. Didn't get the experience, and the Archmage, the Naga Sea Witch didn't need to be that far back. Both of them would have gotten level 3. We'll see if that comes back to haunt Tho. I don't think so, though, as Tho is now opting to go for a tower attempt. Panda now running back all the way across the field. A Cold Arrow not even making a bit of a play here as the Panda getting slowly slowed down now. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter is sitting at level 3. Gonna go ahead and clear out the Troll Berserker creep camp. Picks up a Tome of Knowledge. Probably really wishes that was a Tome of Experience and would be at level 4. All right, coming back down over here, Naga Sea Witch dropping down those ivory towers. And if the first tower attempt doesn't succeed, try again. And now with Tho with riflemen and a bit of range, this is going to come back to really hurt. Double Ancients of War are very successful if they can get into position, as we now see the Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 3. Militia are now coming in from the other side. There are also Dryads here, and this could be very painful. If these poor priests get focused down by those Dryads, things could unravel rather quickly. Demon Hunter down to 200 damage or 200 hit points. Now needs to back off here, taking way too much focus damage as the Dryads are still trying to poke apart this Archmage. Yes, the Archmage is a very prime target. If you can get rid of the Archmage, that is perfect. But with so many priests on the field, you see that is simply not happening. The Dryads now realizing, hey, we should be focusing onto the priest, as the priests are now healing so much damage off of that Archmage. And now that is just not looking good at all. Demon Hunter now sitting at level 4. Demon Hunter charging on in. Is he going to be able to take down more footmen? One footman should go down, if not 2 or 3. There goes 1. There goes 2. There goes 3. Come on. Oh, wait. Those are illusions. Come on, Panda. Just hit it. Yeah, go ahead and take that down. As the Demon Hunter now sitting at level 4. Panda sitting at level 2. Naga Sea Witch and Archmage sitting at 3 each. And this game of just cat and mouse dealing damage back and forth. Low hit point Dryad trying to prance all the way back home. It looks like it will be able to do exactly that, only to see that his or her home has been invaded by a bunch of human towers. All right, human encroachment in the forest. Not good for the Night Elf army, as the arcane towers are now falling. Guard towers are now falling. So far, the peasants are still able to repair here. Demon Hunter now trying to mount a counterattack, and it looks like the Panda and the Demon Hunter are both out of mana, still within range of the guard tower, though, as damage is starting to rack up. Demon Hunter being forced to use a Scroll of Town portal as more and more peasants rushing in to try to save the day. The Ancients of War now very, very far deep in the behind the lines, so to speak, as we now see more peasants trying to finish constructing this. All right, it looks like Demon Hunter or the Dryad taking a lot of damage here. The Demon Hunter losing a bit of mana, and this is going to be bad news. The Demon Hunter needs all the mana that he can get in order to immolation down many of these units. Rifleman, however, more than enough of a counter to those Dryads, as the Demon Hunter now tries to get into position. Panda does not have enough for a Breath of Fire. Demon Hunter just rushing in here, getting in some good damage. Immolation does deal a lot of damage to these units, as they are just standing by that Demon Hunter. Naga Sea Witch taking a lot of damage there. Is the Naga Sea Witch going to fall? Naga Sea Witch looking like it's going to slither away down to 170 hit points, and able to do so. Now backing, turning around, and as the dust settles, the Night Elf army is looking far too weak. And Tho, with the death of a level 2 Panda, gets the level 4 on the Naga Sea Witch and that Archmage. 2 level 4 heroes better than 1, and that is just going to be bad news, as the Demon Hunter trying to finish up everything else, trying to win a one-man fight. Does have 44 supply and does have an expansion off to the north, but it's somehow unable to fight back against the army that we see here. Dryads catching a sorceress in transit and getting it taken out. That was a bit of a lucky break, as we now see an Ancient of Lore getting taken out as well. All right, no bears, no glaive throwers equals bad news, as the riflemen are just mowing down all of the unarmored Night Elf units. All right, Dryads now show up to the party. The Dryads are low on hit points. They're going to throw a spear and then back off, knowing that they really cannot stick around this fight. How big of a hero is this Demon Hunter going to be? That is the telltale question, or the million-dollar question, as the Demon Hunter does have 2 potions of healing, but still low on hit points, as the Ring of Regeneration just isn't enough. All right, Dryads coming back over here, getting sniped down by the riflemen there. Panda trying to get in position, still no use of, oh, another Forked Lightning coming in from the Naga Sea Witch, finishing off a level 3 Panda. Demon Hunter did use up one of those potions of healing, but still unable to fight back, still using Immolation. But I believe, oh, what was that? Did he use a second potion? Yes, he did. But he is currently getting just chilled and slowed by that Naga Sea Witch, down to 54 hit points and still able to regenerate more. Off to the side, dual Ancients of Lore are being constructed, but it's not going to matter. I believe that is going to be the game, as the Panda will not make it out. There is the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this 2-game series between Tho and Zhouxixi.